So we got a 1, a 2, a 3, hey now, a subdued hey now. So I'm down in the bunker, and someone made a request. Why don't I do one of my unboxing videos? What does that mean? Anyone that's watched my videos, and if you haven't, I'll explain it. I put all my inventory collection into plastic totes to keep them safe. So we're just going to pop the lid off of one and dig into it and see if I can find anything to bring to the shop, or see if there's anything that looks exciting to bring on eBay. So let's do that. Oh, the sucker's heavy. Hopefully there's something in here good and not books. And that's exactly what it is. Damn it. Let's take a look and see what we got in here. Right on the top, old scrapbook. I've got tons of this stuff. I gotta figure out what to do with it. So we'll save that for later. We'll skip this box, because that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for some little trinkets to dig. Now hopefully, I'll pop this lid up and it'll be loaded with smalls and not books. Yes, yes, I've been actually looking for this. So this has all my Dinky Toys in it. I've got a ton of these. I bought a big collection of them. I don't know, maybe a year ago already. And got some die-cast ones. This one's really cool here. In a collection. I actually had these out and on display for a long time. And I packed them up though so I could have some shelf space. And then I was like, crap, if I can dig those out, I can get those on eBay. Here we got a old Mark's truck, gravel truck, and I got the whole back of it filled with racers. Racers, not erasers. Dinky Toys. Got a ton of these, like I said, from a collection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them all out now that I found them. I'm really excited because I've been kind of itching to get rid of these. I purchased them to help a guy out that was selling them, and I paid his price. I've been trying to break even ever since. And so to me it doesn't matter. I'm going to blow them out and see where it lands. I should come out on top. You know, I always try to buy with that in mind, whether I'm collecting, whatever case. It just depends. You know, when you're out collecting, I'm pulling these cars out too fast, right? That's a beauty right there. That is clean. I love these. These old sedans and Cadillacs. These are really cool. I mean, they really are. It's hard not to want to keep them. Look at this goofy piece. This T-square. This is plastic. I checked it out. It says Spin Buggies on the back, so that must have been the maker. I checked them out, I think, before I boxed them up. Kind of been going through my collection over the last few years. Another little semi. Always organizing, always trying to downsize, donating where I can, bringing things to the shop. Some old headphones. I got some Sony's MDR V100s. And these got the gold jacks on it. So these are cool because for your stereo or for your headphones that no longer exist, that nobody uses anymore. This set here is insane. Who makes this one? Hesh. H-E-S-H. I'll have to look into it. It's got like a skull. Can't see it, but it's on there. You know, I used to find all this stuff when I used to go junking. Stuff like this. Curbside. You'd pull up and there'd be like a box of miscellaneous stuff, and I'd always grab it. People throwing stuff out, electronics and stuff. Here's a nice Spider-Man made by... I cannot read it. I do not have my glasses. But it is marked actually Spider-Man. He's pretty cool. Has all his fingers, which is important. I have to do a little research on him. So I'm finding a couple things that I can bring to the shop. Old Army Men tanks. I don't know if these have any value or not. figure it out though, I'll tell you what. Good thing for the shop. Gonna let them go no matter what. I got a lot of these old eyeglasses. You know, if they had a fancy frame or if I thought they had a gold frame. I'm gonna try to look through these. This is gonna just blow my eyes up. Oh, I can't Sanford and Son it with those. Tin Georgia plate. This is one of those Breyer horses. I'll put this on eBay for sure. This one looks pretty clean. I don't see any breaks on it. Just like this. People collect these. They're very popular. I don't know which ones have value and which don't. I don't know if this is a Breyer. I don't believe it is. But you know what? What I'll do is I'll tie them together and I'll put them in a lot, and that way I can use the brand Breyer to get people to look, and then maybe they'll want this one or recognize it, and it will push the bidding up. This looks like a 1950s, probably one of those old big like hockey, except for a basketball player. Really kind of cool. He's complete. Another Army truck, no front axle on that. Oh, here we go. These are some nice racers. These are those Dinky Toys. So I know I've got a good amount of these. I might have 10 or 15 of them that I got in the lot. And then I got a bunch of military ones too. Hopefully they're all in here. VW. This will go to the shop. This is missing right here. Whatever the hell that's called. And who made this one? Cannot read. Do not have my glasses. I don't dare put on those other ones. See, I've got tons of this kind of stuff. And so what I'll try to do, you know, maybe I won't take it to the shop. What I'll do is kind of like do a junkyard heap on eBay. Yeah, I know I'm kind of speaking real subdued, but I've got my daughter is resting in the other room. And girlfriend is upstairs resting. I'm trying to shoot a video. And this is an Auburn, I believe. Nice semi. I don't think I have the trailer. It's got all the wheels and it's not chewed up. I love how the impression, you probably can't see it, but there's the worker in the window. Oh, don't ask me. Might need that. Better save it. Yeah. Yeah. If I put a tub of things all together like this, I guess it's another junk drawer for eBay. You can blow it out. You know, it's easy to get lazy with this stuff, but you say, what the hell could you do with that? Well, make a big pile of it, and then try to blow it out. Junkyard, junk heap, parts, as is, vintage toys. And, you know, someone will buy that lot, and then they can figure out what to do with the axle. And this is from a... Cannot read it. As my girlfriend keeps telling me, you need to go get your glasses. I've got some, I just, of course, never have them with me. Here's another road grader. This is interesting. This actually turns the grader. It's kind of a hard plastic with really thick rubber wheels. It's amazing it's survived because it's got metal involved for the axles, and it almost looks like a screw. This tiny blade. I mean, you say, whoa, what the hell? You know, I'd say this is pretty early. Hard to say. 60s, 50s, maybe 70s. It seems a little more primitive and earlier for me. It's really cool though that this blade is still on there. The little things that you can be amazed with, right? Yes, and here I have one of these. If you're a collector, these are always everywhere, right? And the little spaceman. This is with the plastic chute. You throw it in the air, it would unravel, and then he'd float to Earth. Yeah, he looks 1950s. He's real hard plastic. Oh boy. Look at this relic from the Batman. This one has a tag on it, not mine. It says Mego, 1973. Somebody wanted $25 for this. There's no shoes. There's some pants. I believe he's a villain from Batman. He's in horrible shape. I mean, his body is good, would clean up, and his clothes could probably be salvaged by the proper collector. So I'll put him aside. I'm sure I've got somewhere another Mego. Yeah, you know, and be able to figure it out at the same time and put them together. See, that's what I'll box all this up. I'm gonna pull all this out, and then I'll stare at it and go, okay, some will go on eBay. Here's a GoBots cup that has all the robots on it. It has Leader 1 GoBots, Mighty Robots, Mighty Vehicles. They're kind of like Transformers. I assume this is, who made this? Oh, I can't read. Here we go. Deco, D-E-K. It's either an A or no. Grandpa can't see. Grandpa can't see anymore. He's just too old, Johnny. He can't get in there anymore and see. Nice little ambulance. All the paint, the olive paint, the green is right there. That's it. And then the red cross on the top. Hopefully you guys can see that. That's still red. The rest of the paint completely gone. Has all the wheels. Tootsie Toy military ambulance. Pretty cool. Later I'll try to group this stuff all together, you know, into tiny lots, and then I'll break it down. What do I want to take to the shop? This is an old, I don't know what the hell this is. Let's see what is written on it. It says Dr. Munns, M-U-N-N-S, dental equipment. Might say burner. Might be an old burner. That's what it looks like. I think the line went in there and maybe a flame came out here. I guess for sterilization, maybe? No, they're going to heat up the red poker, stick it in your gum, and drain the abscess. Maybe that's what it's for. This does not look old. Could be, though. Could be 80s, 70s. You can group it with those other plastic, kind of, who knows how old tanks. Here's a little Tonka. Boy, oh boy, that's not too bad here. That should clean up real nice. See, I'll look most of this up. And then, you know, I'll make decisions. I'll do lots to try to blow it out. And sometimes I take some of this stuff to the shop. But, it, you know, it's really hit and miss at the shop. You never know. And here is a tanker. I bet you it's Tootsie. Guessing. Don't know. Can't see. Blind. Don't know why I have this. A broken cannon wheel. I just want to crush it. Get rid of it. Oh, I did it. Oh, it feels so good. It's going in the garbage. Bye. See ya. It's the torment. You can throw one thing out. One thing. Please do. It helps. Sometimes it's good to just crush something. This crazy farm implement grater is a really tin. I mean, I can just bend it like this, like an aluminum can. And these are, I don't know, tiny little razor blades you could give your child to play with. Okay, what do we got here? This is a box. This is really cool. This says Joe's Bait. So this is an old bait box fishing, and it's got a label on it. Let's see if I can get that in there for you. And it's got a nice little emblem there of a fisherman. And so I'm assuming these are weights or hooks. No. Empty bullet casings. So take the bullet casings out, do the research on the box. The box maybe has some value to a collector. And there goes my heater. That'll help with recording. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, Norma Vintage brass cartridge cases. Unprimed cases. Okay. I don't even know what that means. I'm not a gun dude. I have no clue. Hope these aren't live bullets. No, they're just all cases. Yeah. I have no idea. Absolutely have no idea. This is gonna... I'm gonna have to work and actually look some of this stuff up until my eyeballs fall out of my head. So we got 2 boxes of casing, one in the original box. That could be collectible. Who knows? Looks like we got another box here. No, I don't know what this is. Can't pronounce it. S-E-K-O-N-I-K. Seconic Leader Deluxe. What's that? It's I don't know. I think it's for camera. One of those flash something and others. Do a little research on that. Can't have value, right? I love it when it doesn't have value. You know, if it's under like $5 or something, I'd put it at the shop for $1, blow it out. But like if it's worth 50 cents, I'll just throw it. Now this is toy horse charm in a bottle. I think this is how I found it. Oh my god, this is so crazy. Why do I have this? Okay, so inside there is this tiny little battleship, it looks like, with like a gold on it, almost like a game piece. And then the most miniature, tiny plastic horse. This probably came out of a gumball. The child kept it. It has a cotton ball in it, and it was in this jar, and I don't know why. I don't know. Here we go, another farm something another. Here's another one. So I'll put these up. I have enough of these something and others that I can put them in a lot, and I should be able to sell them. This one's got tiny little rubber wheels with tin rims. Same kind of metal, just like an aluminum can. Real light tin. Nice sports racer, plastic. Let's put all these together. This stuff's finally got to go. Here's a nice, I believe, Tootsie. Soldier carrier. I'm about halfway through the box. And Tootsie toy. A little semi. I'm always looking for like a break that is just so bad so I can throw it out. Probably like throw it all out, right? Here's a boat trailer. Tin. Actually has a name on it. Can't read it. But the paint on it is amazingly beautiful. It's the same kind of material, it's like butter. You can just bend it. Another little racer, plastic. I think these toys they came in a pack for maybe 50 cents, and you got like 10 of them back in the day in the 1970s. Here's a small Tonka. Boy, didn't we all have these. If you grew up in the 70s, these trucks, it was common. And it is like a grenade. If you threw this at someone, it's over. I mean, this has got some serious. And because of the way they're built, it'll fly like a missile. The weight is all in the cab. It's pretty clean, you know, realistically for how old it is. And if that's your thing, little, just baby wipe this down. I always keep baby wipes around. I do, since I had babies there, and I just thought keep it, because I always am able to wipe things down. Anything, all these old toys, baby wipe, throw it, wipe, throw it. This car I picked up, I remember at the flea market, Medina. Look at the paint on this thing. It's like camo, but it wasn't meant to be camo. But it's cool as hell. I love the paint job on it. It's just so horrible that it's rad. Sorry, I went quiet there. I was staring through the camera in a daze. Oh, this can go in the garbage. But then how can I throw it in the garbage, right? It's a little slot car. It's a Cougar, I think. From that front end anyway, that's what it's telling me, but look, it's missing those something and others. It's got a name on there. The rest of it looks complete. I was just going to throw it in the garbage, but now I think I'll just put it in the junkyard lot that I'll put on eBay. And this is horrible. This is modern. I probably picked this up somewhere. It's a Scooby-Doo Mustang. Too modern for my taste. But you know what? I'll slip that in the junkyard lot. Look at this tiny, pathetic toy truck. It is
ridiculously miniature.
I think these were dime store stuff too. Now, what could this be? Hamilton. Maybe this is off of a wagon. Not too sure. Do a little research. Knowing me, it's probably off of a stove. Now here's a Watchman. Sony. How fun is that, huh? Look at that. Look at that. With the antenna. That is cool. I'm sure there's no value to it. But in years to come, it probably will be. And maybe it has got, maybe it's got a tiny bit of value. We'll do a little research. Maybe it's worth $5. Who knows? I'll have to look into that. That ain't gonna hurt me. Here we got an old wrench. Looks like it's unmarked. I don't see anything on there, which is good. Makes me relax. I don't do too much. And here's another one. Tiny little wrench. It's a Ford. It's Ford there. I really got to start getting all those type of things together and do those in lots as well. Another Ford. Real small. Here's another Ford. So those are kind of cool. Maybe this sells a lot. Everything's in a lot, right? There's a little toy. It's basically just a little Jackbox, hard plastic. Looks like he could have been a necklace even. Gumball type toy. It's marked, so that's cool. Do a tiny bit of research on it, but the roulette wheels, or not the roulette wheels, it's still spinning. Whatever the case, it's interesting. Now, here's a nice toy plastic pistol. Let's see if we get that in there. The grips are plastic. They're not broken or chipped. Horrible corrosion to it though, all through here, and it's not working. So the spring is, well, see it fires, and then I guess you gotta cock it manually. Yeah, just to think, I mean, you get this at Kmart back in the day, no problem. Load here. Here's where you put your caps in there. Pretty cool. Just no market for it. I don't ever feel comfortable listing them on eBay because I always feel like they'll pull it. Here's a watch that looks modern. It's a Nike. I guarantee I found this in a dumpster somewhere at one point and just threw it in the stash. Do a little research on that. I've got so many. I'm not going to get into it. Here's a Boy Scouts cap. Set that aside and see if I can find any other Boy Scout stuff and try to group them together. I know I got a little uniform around here somewhere. Here I've got an old Wigwam teepee socks. Okay, whatever that is. Full of old pencils, Pez, Toy Indian. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Military patch, modern, special. Another Tonka Jeep. This one's not as nice as the other one. This is just a simple, basic Jeep. The other one's kind of like, put some fancy wheels on it, I guess, maybe a few years later. And a nice sedan, big Tootsie toy. It's got all the wheels sliding all over the axle, though. Cool. I used to love these. I'd always grab them whenever I came across them. Nice little military combat vehicle. Pretty primitive with those rubber wheels and stuff. Kind of cool. So far I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 military toys. That's considered, that makes a small lot. Here's a 57. I like this. I figured this is 1980s, maybe 90s. Grandpa can't see. But you pull this string in the back of this 57, let it go, and these wheels are kicking. And it has like a high, it's got shocks. Look at that. Vicious. In here I've got a 20-year Northwestern Bell Safe Driver Award for a worker that worked for the old telephone company. The guy put in 20 years, man. That's what they give you, dude. You work 20 years of your life for a company, a huge company, and they give you a frickin' plaque in maybe 2 weeks. Ugh, breaks the heart. Hopefully the guy... What do we got a negative here? Very old woman. Very old woman.
Let's see if we can look. I don't know, with all the crap behind her. Can't see. A little bit, eh?
Why am I keeping this? I don't know. Put it, hopefully, I'll continue downside of the organizing an 8-ball. Who doesn't need that? Put this in a sock, and I read that in Harley's book from the Cro-Mags. He would put this in 2 socks, and whenever he got in a fight, street fight, this is what he would use. He had to use 2 socks because they would typically rip through the first sock. Wouldn't want to get hit with one of those to the jaw. Another plastic toy. This is just so cracked and broken. Look at it. It just fell apart on me. Whoops. Can you tell I got a little... Look at, well, this paint job here, eh?
Look at this car. This is right. But so, look at the stripe. And then he decided to paint just the rear seat, the rear hood, and put a little stripe and use the ugliest gold he could find. Yep.
Gotta love it. I used to paint my Hot Wheels. Here it comes, ready to just fall out of your chair with my Moz nail polish in the 70s. Another, this one, a cast metal farm tool. Looks like it's complete. Doesn't look like there's any parts broken off. I can't tell anyway, but I'll put that in the farm pile here. Big vintage box here. What's in here? It's gotta be vintage jewelry, right? No. All old cars. Look at that.
So, I'm not going to go through every car in there, because that would take me forever. This one's kind of cool, right? Look at that Space Burger. Yeah, I like that. And this one is really cool for a plastic car, right? It is vicious.
Is there anything else in here? Let me just make sure. Another racer. No head on that dude. Gone. Alright. Looks like a lot of Tootsie Toys in here. This one's cool though.
I like these vintage hot rod cars.
1050s. It reminds me of when Fonzie would drive. Can't get the lid shut on that box. We'll worry about it later. Vintage scissors. Don't ask me. They got rust. Sound good though. Probably look it up. We'll look it up there. And then what do we got here? Schweigert sausages. It's a sausage knife.
It's vicious. It's vicious, dude. There's no rust on it. I just don't want it to snap and take my finger off. Like, see how that's pitiful design right there. So you're just lifting it up and you're not familiar with the knife. And you just accidentally let go. It snaps like a guillotine. So if you're that far up and you were to accidentally, boom.
Ouch. You don't want that. Here we got a Canon. I bet you that's 70s. Kind of cool. Hopefully I'm aiming this stuff up right at the camera. If I don't, I do apologize for my
Pitiful vintage camera work on the flip camera.
just some old silver. Back when I used to junk, the stuff that I would save, I still have most of it. Bet you that's a G.I. Joe rifle, maybe. Some kind of little piece of
Jewelry. No, I did. That little piece of jewelry. It's a early 1900s. I mean, if it's earlier than that, I'd be shocked. But look at that. That is cool. I believe it's a bracelet. It's really early though. Crazy. It's just in with all these old toys and stuff. A tiny tin pan. It's like a scooper. It's got a name on it and stuff embossed on there. Oh, the crap that I have saved. The crap. Look at this old hat. Seen better days. Yep, same with this one. This one's great. It says if you don't like my attitude, dial 1-800-EAT-SHIT. I gotta make sure that's on the camera. Yeah, you guys can see that. There's this old Minnesota Kicks. No, county seat. Minnesota Kicks soccer team. County seat. You know, I think they sold jeans back in the day. Insane. Painter's hat, we'll call it. I got 2 of them. Kapowie Powie. Here now. Here now. And then a Napa. Measuring tape. Alright, and so then at the bottom here, I've got 2 big bags of these hankies, women's hankies, silk, etc. One. What's in here? I think these are a child's toy. Well, look at this cool bag that. It's not child's toys. It's like, I think it's somebody saved some child's small outfit. But look at this cool advertising bag here. Idaho TP brand potatoes. 45 cents for a bag full grown in Idaho. That is cool. I love the advertising on that. So even though the clothes inside of it are probably just like worthless baby clothes that are antique, this bag is very displayable and cool. I'm going to tell myself that. And I don't know what that is. It's a little tin. And another emergency medical technician pin. Don't know why I have that. It's so pitiful. A piece of an eyeglass that I suppose I thought was sterling or gold or something. So we'll put that up there. Oh. What the hell? Geez, I've had this forever. I used to have this on my truck. This is, I believe this is for the door lock that you push down on the truck. Maybe not. No, it could be for a tire, but it screws on. I forget. It's so long since I've used it. And then another just bag of vintage women's hankies. Some really cool ones in there. Don't ask me. You know, I'll put them in a lot, I guess, but they're really vintage, very colorful, really cool. I'm going to keep saying to myself. So that's it. I went through 1 tub. The plan was 2, but that would have taken too long anyway. I mean, I think this is a pretty long video. And so there we go. And now you've witnessed my horror. I'll try to pack this all back in and make some sense of it and keep some of it out. Take some to the shop. And just keep downsizing. I think I threw 2 things out. So everyone, keep hunting, keep picking, keep chunking, organize your inventory, keep going through it, run that dirt, look for the gold pieces. Hey now, another day. Peace.